firm process. We have taken bold, necessary actions during the time that Congress has failed to act. We have established safe mobility offices to assist migrants in Colombia, Costa Rica, Guatemala, and Ecuador, implemented processes to enable different nationalities to access relief in the United States without making the perilous journey in the hands of smugglers, begun processing an historic number of refugees from our hemisphere, removed and returned historic numbers of migrants who entered illegally and failed to qualify for relief, empowered asylum officers with new authority to streamline the asylum claims process, implemented regulatory changes that incentivize migrants to follow safe, orderly, and lawful pathways, and so much more. We have listened to our workforce and equipped them with what they need to do their jobs, including new technology, logistical support, processing coordinators, innovative tools, 11 new processing facilities, and hundreds of additional personnel to support their operations, including the first increase in the number of Border Patrol agents in 11 years. The high number of migrants we have encountered at our southern border is a challenge that is not unique to the United States. Countries throughout our hemisphere, in fact, throughout the world, are experiencing an unprecedented number of displaced people fleeing poverty, authoritarian regimes, homes destroyed by extreme weather events, corruption, and violence. The regional challenges require regional solutions, and that is why Secretary of State Blinken and I, with the White House Homeland Security Advisor Sherwood Randall, were in Mexico 2 weeks ago, why I spoke with Panama's Minister of Security last week, and why, among other engagements in the region, I will be traveling to Central America in the coming weeks, as I have throughout the past 3 years. We are grateful for Mexico's renewed enforcement commitments to address the movement of people north. We are working with other countries throughout Latin America, including Panama, to address the movement of people throughout the hemisphere. We continue to develop lawful pathways, deliver consequences for those who do not use them, address root causes, and attack the ruthless smuggling organizations that prey on the vulnerable. Some have accused DHS of not enforcing our nation's laws. This could not be further from the truth. Having begun my public service career as a federal prosecutor for 12 years, ultimately serving as the United States Attorney, there is nothing I take more seriously than our responsibility to uphold the law. And the men and women of DHS are working around the clock to do so. The individuals who have been returned to their countries of origin certainly know this. After the ending of Title 42 in May of this year, through the end of the fiscal year, DHS removed or returned more non-citizens without a basis to remain in the United States than in any other 5-month period in the last 10 years. In fact, the majority of all migrants encountered at the southwest border throughout this administration have been removed, returned, or expelled, a majority of them. We are doing everything we can within a broken system to incentivize non-citizens to use lawful pathways, to impose consequences on those who do not, and to reduce irregular migration. We will continue to do everything we can, and we will continue to enforce the law. But we need Congress to make the legislative changes and provide the funding that our frontline officers so desperately need. What is remarkable is that through it all, the brave men and women of U.S. Customs and Border Protection and their partners in the Department of Homeland Security have and will continue to put on their uniforms, don their badges and work at great risk to themselves in the service of their mission to keep us and our country safe and secure. I am proud to be here to recognize, commend, and thank them and their families for their service and their sacrifice. But they need and deserve more than just recognition. They need and deserve the support and resources only Congress